I cried. I remember it was a Friday. I cried all of Friday evening into Saturday, just crying. So sad. Hey guys, and welcome to another update video with me, Dineora Sidile. If it is your first time tuning in, welcome to my channel where I share not only acting tips and vlogs, but also my own personal journey, growth, and experience in the TV and film industry. So it's been quite a while since I've loaded anything. The past 2 months have been rather hectic, I will say. It's just been a lot going on. So I thought that I should do this video. I actually did a very similar one last year because at this time of the year, I like to just take a moment to reflect, take stock, look back, and just look at the year that was, things that went great, things that did not happen the way that I would like them to, and see what I can do better the next year, and also look at what I can be so grateful for and just appreciate. So today I'm going to start off by sharing the number of auditions that I did this year. And this is not the total number of auditions that I received from my agent, but it's the number of auditions that I actually went to or submitted tapes for. And then after that, I'm going to get into my career highlights for the year. I do want to say though, before I get started, that 2022 was a really great year career-wise. There's a lot of amazing experiences that I got, and it was a memorable year, an incredibly memorable year. But at the same time, it was really tough, mentally and emotionally. It was one of my toughest years. There was just a whole lot going on. And I think just the season that I was in this year required me to really just focus on those things, my mental and emotional well-being. And I think I did pretty good. We are literally 2 weeks away from 2023, and I think that I am finishing strong enough. Yes. So before I get into it, I also want to thank each and every person that has subscribed thus far. Our family is getting bigger bit by bit. Thank you to every single new VIP. So yes, if you keep coming back, just click that subscribe button and become a VIP. Grab a front row seat. So let's get into it. Okay, so this was a pretty busy year. But what I am noticing in terms of the auditions that I'm receiving is that I'm getting some really meaty, big, meaningful auditions. There are a lot of things that I auditioned for both this year and last year that are major productions, major roles, major, yay, some big deal things. And like I always say, auditions I love. I absolutely love auditioning. And I've learned to not fixate on getting the job, just seeing it as an opportunity to show the casting director something else that I can do. It's an opportunity for you to perform, it's an opportunity for you to showcase your talent, because you might not book that job specifically, but you might get offered a different role in the same production, or when they get new work, you'll be like, top of mind because they've seen, what you can do. So it is easier said than done, and I will get into something that I experienced. So now I am going to tell you the number of auditions that I did in the year 2022. So let's start with movies, films. I went to 3 movie auditions in the year 2022. One of them was not that big a movie, but the other 2 were quite big movies. So three movie auditions, which is cool because I hadn't been getting so many auditions for movies specifically. So yeah, that's cool. And now series. Now when I say series, I'm including television series, as well as series like on your streaming platforms like Netflix. And I went to a total of 8 series auditions in 2022, which is a lot. I would say it is a lot. And they were all really amazing series, I must say, really exciting roles. Okay, so when I say 8 as well, so whatever number that I give you, I'm not counting the number of callbacks and chemistry tests and whatever is that I had to go back for that particular, production. Some of these auditions, I would get called back for like three different characters in one production. All right. So I'm not even counting those extras. I'm just counting the production. So that's eight. And then some. And then, so we did film and we did series. All right, now the number of soapies and telenovelas, I'm just looping those as one in one category because, hey, there's always such debate whether something is a telenovela or a soapy these days. But the number of soapies or telenovelas that I auditioned for is five. I was actually shocked when I counted these because I'd even forgotten about some of them. But when I went through my emails and I was checking, yo, yeah, no, this year has been long, guys. I had even forgotten about some of them. So I was really shocked that I actually did five auditions for five different, soapies or telenovelas. So I actually have a story to share within the telenovela category, because I did say earlier that I absolutely enjoy auditions and I don't fixate on booking the job and stuff. That is easier said than done. And I have shared in the past before about audition disappointments, and sometimes you really really did have your heart set on a job and you don't get it, and it is disappointing, and you're allowed to feel sad. But there was one particular job that I auditioned for, and I had been wanting that, telenovela. Been praying for it, been saying, I want to be on that show. And then I got a brief for it, and I was so excited. I read the character, and I I was prepared for my life. We actually got a couple of days to prepare for it, which is always gold. Like I always say, when you are fortunate enough to be given extra time to prepare and not just a day, you throw yourself into it and you literally do the most. So I went to the audition, I got a call back, and which was also a chemistry test, and we had been like shortlisted to a handful number of girls, and I felt really good about this audition. I felt so great about my chemistry test as well. I feel like I acted for my life. I had such a beautiful moment in that, especially in my final scene, which had to be rather emotional. And I felt it, guys. Like, I literally got goosebumps. Like, it was so much fun, and I just felt right about it. A week went by, and also I was told that this character is a character that's going to start like basically immediately. So you're expecting to hear from them like now. So an entire week went by, and I heard nothing. Guys, when I tell you that I was devastated, I was so disappointed. I cried. I remember it was a Friday. I cried all of Friday evening into Saturday, just crying. So sad. And it's weird because I don't think I have ever cried like that for a role ever in my life. And guys, I've auditioned for some really major stuff before, and you would think that I would have cried about it, but it's always just that excitement of it doesn't matter. Producer so and so knows me, knows my name, and knows what I can do. So Oksalayo, I did the most. So, but this one hurt different. This one was a lot. But after a couple of days, I was able to like shake it off and stuff. And I think also it was just like a build up of a series of events and a build up of a lot of almost. I had so many almosts this year, so many beautiful characters, exciting productions, major productions, where I literally was just, the no came just after a series of auditions and callbacks and whatnot. And then, though, but yeah, and then I think with that particular audition, it was that thing that just the tipped the tower over and everything came crumbling down. But what I do appreciate though is the fact that I am very kind with myself when it comes to that. It wasn't even a thing of me second guessing my talent or beating myself up or about it or just being. I was just sad. I was just disappointed that I didn't get it, and it is what it is. You shake it off and you keep it moving and you show up for the next one with 100%. So yeah, I just thought that I should share that story. It does still hurt, no matter how much you gain experience, and one would think that after years and years of doing this, it gets less painful. It does not. But you just learn to deal with it. You learn to figure it out. You learn to keep going. You learn how to lean on your support system. You learn how to encourage yourself and keep showing up and reminding yourself why you're doing this, and also just taking the lessons in every single experience and trusting the process. Yeah. And then also we have the last category, the biggest category, the number of TV commercials the number of TV commercial auditions that I went to this year. 17. Wow. I thought that was deep. I went to 17 TV commercial auditions in 2022. And when they come, you don't even think about it. It's like, here's an audition, you check it out. Oh, this looks like fun. You go, you do it, you come back. So on and so forth. And now when I was looking through my emails and they just keep going, 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 I was like, wow. Some of them, when I read the brief, I literally like get transported back to the moment. Some of them I had to think like, wow, I actually did do this audition. But yeah, that's it. So that is the number of auditions that I went to. That is a lot. But the thing that I love about it is they were all, especially like the television and film stuff. As you go, ads is like a whole different audition experience on its own. But all the TV and film stuff that I went to, oh man, was just absolutely incredible. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the next year is going to bring. I've learned some really amazing stuff this year, and I'm thrilled and keen to use it and apply them in next year's season. All right, so now that that's out of the way, I'm going to share my career highlights for 2022. I've selected three major career highlights for myself this year. Even though I feel like there's a lot of things that I got to experience, a lot of spaces that I got to be in that really contributed to my excitement about the industry, my um, fuel, my, yeah, like, man, people that I met, relationships that I've built. There are just too many like incredible moments, but I decided to pick three major highlights. The first one is going to be um, Justice Served. I think I have to start with Justice Served. This is in no particular order, but I have to start with Justice Served. I think in J this entire year, like Justice Served was amazing. It was epic. From wrapping up production to being in post production, doing ADR sessions, and then doing the promotions for the show, leading up to the premiere, and actually getting to see the final product of a show, a production that we shot during COVID-19 lockdowns and level what's, and amidst all these COVID-19 tests and isolations and what's, and we managed to make something so beautiful and so memorable, and just, oh man, to this day I cherish that experience, and I'm just so excited about what the next year holds. And just being part of the Netflix family is something that I will cherish forever and ever and ever. And shout out to Netflix and the beautiful work that they're doing in our industry, and just, you know, trailblazing. The second highlight is being featured as the next on Active Spaces. The Active Spaces platform is one that does such beautiful work in the industry. There's a very sad trend in our industry where people get honored and appreciated only once they've done decades and decades of work, or once they've passed. And I think what Active Spaces is doing and is really encouraging is to not only do that for people who are much, much older, but to really give people their flowers as they are doing great things. It really does a lot of things. It does amazing things for a person when you know that you're seen, when you know that your work is appreciated, when you know, when you get that affirmation, you know, to say, wow, I see you, you did the most, and we appreciate it, and we just want to showcase who you are and what you've done. And yeah, I think that that's a very huge highlight for me, especially with the year that I've had. And then my last highlight for the year that I'm gonna mention is my very first acting nomination. Like, out of the blue, out of nowhere, something that I was not even expecting, not even thinking is gonna come now. Yes, so I got my very first acting nomination, and the nice thing about it, or the thing that really made it so very special for me, was that it was from a platform that's not even in South Africa. It was in outer Africa. You know what I mean? So the fact that people outside that don't even know me looked at my work and were like, this person deserves some recognition. Yo, it was so special. And while I was nominated alongside my homegirl, Rosemary Zimu, and she actually ended up, you know, walking away with the award, which I am so excited and thrilled for, because she did the absolute most on Savage Beauty. But this recognition meant so much to me because, like I said, this year it seems like there was a lot of things that were happening um, that were just sent by God to reaffirm me, to fuel my fire, to remind me that, listen, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep doing the most. Things don't always happen the way you think they're going to happen, but when they do happen, it will always blow your mind. Just trust the process, trust what we're doing here. So, yeah, man, that was just another reminder of that. And literally, when I sit and look back at my year, that's like the feeling, the theme of it, you know, just a affirmation, a reassurance that we are doing the most, we're okay, we are, there's a lot to be proud of, there's a lot to just be so grateful for, there's a lot that we've achieved so far. And when we enter into 2023, we can enter with our heads held high, because like, I am the girl I think I am. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can enter 2023 knowing that I have every single thing I need inside of me to just go to the next level. Right. So that is it from me for this video. I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you are encouraged to keep going in whatever path that you find yourself on. Um I'm excited, and I'm so, like, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that have reached out to me, even in this like 2 month period of silence. I've had a couple of you like literally hit me up on DMs just to ask if I'm around, if I'm okay, what's going on. We haven't seen anything from you in a while. And guys, that warms my heart so much. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. So if you have not yet by now, please do click that subscribe button and grab your front row seat on this journey here with us in PVIP. Okay? So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. And that is it for me, and I'll see you on the next video.